All right, this is Dr. Michael Mueller, and today we're going to chat. We are going to chat about Sermorelin, Sermorelin. And what is Sermorelin? Well, it is a peptide. It is a peptide that is a game changer for many people. In fact, I had a patient the other day, and he used to be extremely physically active. He was in great shape. He lifted weights, he ran, he played golf, he played pickleball, he did all types of things. And then he had hurt himself about a year and a half to 2 years ago, and he got out of his typical routine. He stopped doing what he normally did, and he had muscle atrophy, he had weakness, he had weight gain, he had poor sleep. He was drinking too much coffee during the day to stay awake. And despite all that, taking Benadryl at night, Ambien at night, or various other meds at night to try to sleep, no matter what he did, he couldn't get a good night's sleep. Now, remember, nothing here is medical advice. I'm not, creating a doctor-patient relationship here. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. If you need medical advice, please see a doctor. But I am going to discuss with you this patient. So this poor patient literally had put on about 40 pounds. He was weighing about 240 when typically he should weigh 200. He stood about 6'2". And he was just a mess. He said he was tired. He was depressed. He didn't want to play golf. He didn't want to play pickleball. He didn't want to do anything. Okay. So at first, I thought, this has to be a thyroid issue. This has to be a testosterone issue. And we checked the thyroid and it was normal. And he was already on testosterone, and his T levels, his testosterone levels were good for his age. I think he was around 800 when we checked it, and he was on testosterone 100 milligrams a week, IM. Okay. He, despite this, still felt horrible. He had also tweaked a knee. He recently had tweaked a knee. He was doing something in the yard. There was a hole. He stepped in it, tweaked a knee, saw an orthopedic physician. They did an MRI. There was no significant injury. There was a little bit of a inflammatory change with the meniscus. I think it was a bit irritated. But other than that, I don't think there was an actual meniscal tear. There were no ligaments that were torn. It just looked like he had a knee strain. And when he tweaked the knee, he also threw his back out. And he had no prior history of back problems, but nonetheless, he had a knee and a back issue. And he was just literally in a bad spot. So he came in to see me. He said, "Hey, doc, I love you. You've done a great job. Always for me. What do you think's going on?" So we checked the labs, we looked at everything, and then I talked to him a bit. And after listening to him, I kind of realized he hadn't slept well for years. Okay, he had compensated well, but he hadn't slept well for years. So what we decided to do is put him on Sermorelin, Sermorelin. And sermorelin is a peptide, right? And all a peptide is it's a bunch of amino acids that are strung together to form a peptide. And then the peptide is designed to go to different places in the body and do different things. That's what various peptides do. So anyway, sermorelin is designed to work at the level of the hypothalamus, the pituitary, at that axis to stimulate your brain, to stimulate your body to make extra growth hormone. That's kind of how it works. And what does growth hormone do? Well, growth hormone is what takes you from a, scrawny teenager to a full-grown man, right? It helps with bone density. It helps build muscle mass. It helps get rid of body fat. It helps boost energy. It helps increase sex drive. It helps improve insulin sensitivity. It helps boost the immune system. Growth hormone just does a lot of good things around the body. So what him and I decided to do is we decided to continue the testosterone. Again, his thyroid was normal. His other labs were all perfect. But we decided to put him on Sermorelin for 3 to 6 months just to see how he would do. And I'll tell you, he was on it for 2 weeks when he called me and he said, "Doc, I love you. I'm sleeping wonderfully." So right off the bat, literally, he told me by day 3 he was sleeping better. Okay, so right off the bat, he's sleeping better, right? At about week 4, He said he was getting back into the gym regularly. He was feeling the pumps that he had lost, that feeling that you get when you're working out hard and you got a nice pump and the muscles feel good and your body's releasing all, the endorphins, the enkephalins, all these wonderful things after a workout. And you leave the gym feeling like $1,000,000, right? I always say the hardest part with the gym is getting there, right? But we always feel great when we're leaving. I guess it's a lot like church. It's the same way. But nonetheless, he told me he was getting these pumps again at about week 4. And he said by week 8 and by week 12, he felt like a new person. He actually told me that by week 4, his knee pain and his back pain had improved. He actually, in 3 months, lost about 30 pounds. It's incredible. Now, we don't typically use Sermorelin for weight loss, but we do know it helps burn fat. And burn fat it did on him. He showed me his abs. He didn't have a six-pack. Not many folks do at his age. But nonetheless, he had gotten rid of some body fat around the midsection. So, Sermorelin did some wonderful things for him. Now, he loved it so much he wanted to stay on it forever. I told him that wasn't necessary. So we decided to wean over a few months. And by weaning it, he went to every other day for a month. Then he went to every third day for a month. And then he stopped it. And we could still use Sermorelin periodically, or we could even have stayed on it if we wanted to. But I just didn't think it was clinically necessary at this point in time. So my point of discussing this in this video is simple. Sermorelin does a lot of good things in the body. It has anti-aging benefits. It helps with, collagen. It helps with energy. It helps build muscle mass. It does libido, all the things we talked about already. And these are just some of the benefits of a peptide that stimulates your body to make more growth hormone. So growth hormone is a good thing, right? Now, there are potential side effects with growth hormone, and they're really beyond the scope of today's discussion. And there are some contraindications to using anything that stimulates growth hormone also. But that is just something you would have to talk to your doctor about if you were thinking about doing these things. So that is my take on Sermorelin. I wanted to share it with you. It can do wonders for people. It helps with sleep and it helps with a lot of other things. So if you have any comments on Sermorelin, please share those in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up, hit the like button, know that I appreciate you. And I'll be back at you with some more videos soon. So have a good day. Thanks for listening. Chat soon. Bye.